So here is the work in progress on this Airbnb that I bought from a tired landlord who basically had it just as a vacant house, and he offered to owner finance it to me. He had thought about, putting it back up as a short-term rental, but the work that I thought needed to go into it, he said, you know what, I'd rather just sell it. So I gave him a little down payment, made monthly payments, and got in and started rehabbing the property. Just nothing real major here, just a lot of refresh, a little bit of love, as you'll see throughout the video. Like a lot of tired landlord properties, they're extracting cash out of them, but they're not putting a lot of cash back into them. You can see there that throne for the AC unit. You can see there on the side it's got window units. So we're going in with central air here. Going to give it a paint job. Tell me what you think about that color. It's a bare paint. The color is, I have to get back to you on the color, but it's a nice pink color. Real beach, so this is a beach town. And so those are going to be my colors. Coastal. There's our new AC unit right there on site. Going up there on that, after I built that platform, so it looks like a throne. So there it is. Most important appliance in the house is the air conditioner. So, and it just gives it a better feel than the window units, and these were old window units. And I think the AC, to get it done, central air for the units, the ductwork installed and everything was around $6,000. I thought that was a good investment into the house itself, updates it, and just gives it an overall better feel. A lot of the wood on this house was either just in bad shape or not installed properly, so putting new steps on. A lot of the decking was fine, just some of the entryways. So you can see there we did new steps, new post, stable. That way if somebody's grabbing on, pulling up, they can get up there, no problem. It's a pier and beam house, but it's not real high off. Then on the inside, I thought about keeping some of the mattresses and stuff, but why not? Let's start fresh. So this is me at the dump, getting rid of the old box springs, old mattresses. The gentleman that I bought it from said that they were new mattresses. And they did look pretty new, but one of them was stained, so they weren't exactly brand new. And I said, you know what? Let's get rid of them. So I got some gel foam mattresses off of Amazon. They were pretty reasonable, pretty comfortable, highly rated. And, if we're going all out, let's go all out and get some new mattresses too. My plan at the beginning, if you watch the other video, was just going to be a light little touch-up, remodel, and maybe in a year after renting the house out, it's going to fix it up. Well, that all kind of went out as the project progressed. As a lot of times a remodel will, you just keep dumping money into it, keep going. That was not my mattress, but I wasn't the only one throwing mattresses away that day. So the dumpster got pretty full of mattresses. I had to do some sheetrock patches, some texture on the walls. And then you see the primer going on. You see the bed frame there. I was going to keep the bed frame, ended up throwing it away. Here's the inside though. It was kind of a blue color before. We stuck with a blue color. Somebody else came in there and crushed all that, but here's some more trips to the dump. Bed frame, dishes. Wait a minute, the whole house? I really don't know what this was. It kind of looked like a well house or a doll house or the beginnings of some project, but it didn't have a place in the backyard anymore. And so I was able to load it up and take it to the dump. So I don't know how many trips I made back and forth to the dump on this one, but there it is, to its new home. It'll probably end up crushed here shortly. Stay tuned, folks. All the attempts at landscaping over the years, I guess, were laying there. So clean up the yard, clean up the house itself. It had like a lattice skirting around it. Oh my goodness, there's our dollhouse, doghouse, well house. I don't know, now it's just old plywood, it looks like. So Loaded up some more stuff from the yard, chairs, bed frames, pretty much everything got thrown away from inside the house, outside the house. Thermostat set at 74, and bam, a lot cleaner than window units. So there it is. I had thought about doing mini splits, but for all the mini splits and all the stuff running all over the house, the lines on the outside and everything, and for the price, I was just as good with a central unit. There was room in the attic to run the ductwork, so we just went with a central AC unit. Air handlers in the attic, ductworks in the attic.
No paint.
Here we go.
Black tar or something all over there. No paint. See, no paint's come out of there. Clean from the factory or from the store. So I don't know if that's messed up or not, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, painted all the kitchen cabinet doors, drawers, rented a sprayer from Home Depot, used some paint that I had in my storage unit. Just a quick spray job on these few drawers, some of the shelves that were in the kitchen, some of the doors and drawers on the cabinetry, and then since I had the sprayer out, I went ahead and sprayed the doors that are inside.
Okay, so here's the inside of the kitchen with all the doors off. Basically put those two doors on, see what it looks like. Kept all the boxes. They were in pretty decent shape. Painted the drawer fronts, painted the boxes with that sprayer. I'm gonna swap out the countertops, and then I'm just gonna relax and drink some sun tea. Kind of got on a sun tea kick on this job, so it was pretty hot outside, so I figured I'd use the sun to do something good, like make some tea. Here's the palm trees in the back. I had a pretty good cluster of palm trees and landscaping back there, so figured I'd get those trimmed up, looking good. There's an alleyway that runs behind the house, and before those new houses behind it were developed, I guess folks were going through and dumping stuff like this. Tires, old fence material, lumber, whatever they needed to get rid of. So got those cleaned up, got the house cleaned up and looking fresh.
All right, so I just had the window screens, solar screens put on. So they cover up the whole window that was there. We had window units in a lot of these windows before. Put in central AC. The windows on this house are pretty, they're not in bad shape as far as functionality, but as far as cosmetically, the way they look, they're 1980s probably windows. I've seen those before on like a 1980s house or 1980s remodel, 90s, so a little bit older. Didn't have finished look, but new windows, I don't know, $600 a piece probably installed and everything. So this worked out pretty well for what we're trying to do here. And they cool the house down too, apparently. So overall, pretty happy with the window screens. Cost me about $1,000. Money well spent for I think 11 windows. $100 a window, so $1,100 compared to almost $7,000 plus the time to put in new windows and inspections and windstorm and all that. So I think we did pretty good there with window screens, solar screens. Let me know what you think. Saved $6 grand or so.